Trae Young and Wizards GM Will Dawkins at the pregame presser officially announcing his new arrival here in Washington, D.C. Just to recap of the trade details, Trae Young, of course, here now in the district, and a fond farewell to C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. They are now members of the Atlanta Hawks. We here on Pregame Live want to welcome you back in to Vanna Studios at Monumental Sports Network. Wes Hall here with Tony Massenberg and John Wall. Especially you, we're going to talk about this point guard situation. We got a lot to unpack.
I want to hear that
here.
myself.
I'm like, I just want to know. Well, we'll get to let's first of all, your initial thoughts about what you heard, anything that stood out, and I've got a couple of questions more directed for you. But go
For
ahead.
me, I like what Trae was saying, especially the part about understanding he's going to be expected to be a leader when he comes in. He talks about the young guys and how they seem mature and willing to listen, and that's always great to hear. So I think when you listen to Trae Young talk, you hear the excitement. He understands that this is another opportunity for him and a fresh start. And again, it's going to be about his health a little bit. He has to be healthy in order to be able to be who he is. But I think what I'm hearing right now, Wes, is he's excited to be here.
Yes.
He understands the potential that some of these young guys has, and he understands that there's going to be a leadership role for him that he's going to have to fulfill in the way that CJ left a void, because clearly he made an impact on the young guys.
Yeah, I think the biggest key for him is just coming with his leadership. That's what they want to see from him, the young guys. And I want Alex Sarr to go in there and ask questions.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Kind of like how me and Gortat had that situation with the pick and roll. We know Trae Young can pass the ball, he can do the things, he can get into the paint. I want Alex Sarr to ask him a lot of questions. How can I get better at this? Knowing a certain coverage and when know to pick and pop, when to roll. So I think everything he's saying is perfect. And I think for him, everything you heard about him of not being a good locker room guy, all those type of things in Atlanta, he's trying to come over here and change that culture and let everybody know I can be that guy. I can be the leader. I can be the guy that can get us to the playoffs and like back to the East Conference Finals like he did with Atlanta.
You can see the openness in him right there. That's why he said I kind of sound like a broken record. He's like,
the
road
Too
is
excited.
open.
Yeah,
Right? He's like, I'm
excited.
excited to be here. You mentioned what he said about what C.J. McCollum had to say. I want to show everybody the quote that he was referring to, because he said that type of advocacy was tremendous in the decision-making process about coming to D.C. and wanting to come to D.C. Of course, he said he's excited to be here. But C.J. McCollum, he didn't have to say that.
He didn't.
CJ did not have to be as complimentary as he was.
Well, he was complimentary because he's been around the league long enough to know how things are supposed to be.
Right.
He's had a couple of teams on his resume, so he has a place to compare. He has the cachet to say, okay, this was a good experience, this was not so good. This needs to be improved over here. He's a respected player, so his opinion matters to other players. And so when he comes in and he talks about how, whoa, this is different.
Yeah.
This is okay, they're taking care of me. He talked about that, and he talked about how he felt and how he experienced things here as a vet that he hadn't experienced in some other places he had been.
I think so. Like you said, he's been on a couple of teams, so he knows what it's like, what's going different, what's going on. And like you said, it's a different culture there. It's a change going on around the organization, and things are different. And Trae Young said, I seen that quote throughout the year, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. Yeah. And that's something that gets those free agents and guys that want to come here and commit here if things are going to be different. You got like a young core like they got now, and you add a star in that, the future could be very bright.
It's a spoil of riches. I mean, how often do you get, remember the class of 2024 is Bub, Keyshawn, and Alex. The class of 25, Jameer, Will Riley, Trey Johnson. Don't forget A.J. Johnson's in that batch as well. Like a lot of great young talent. But to your point, John, about him seeing from outside the market, I love the fact that he acknowledged that, quote unquote, D.C. is overlooked, but in his opinion, D.C. is a major market. Now, you know.
I'm glad he said that.
Thank you.
I'm glad he said it because I
it.
always say D.C. is a big market. You know that. Everybody knows that. You come to the nation's capital, they know what it's like. You want to play here. And I like the, you know what I mean? He said, I want to get back to having the fans packed.
Come on.
I want the arena packed. I want excitement. And with Trae Young, you get that. A guy that can shoot deep threes. He's going to do the ice trade.
Come on.
He's going to give you what you need, but he's going to bring excitement. And like I said, I don't think they had that type of excitement from a player since Russ was here. And I think having Trae back, that's going to give him that. And you can tell he's super excited to be here. He wants to bring it fun, and he wants to have fun. Like you said, he's been playing through injuries and things, and he's trying to get back healthy.
The first thing you and I talked about when we started hearing the rumors about this, Wes, what was one of the first things I said? Got sizzle.
Got sizzle.
Got sizzle.
I need to stay.
Got sizzle. It's all about the fit. How well is he going to fit? And I think this is a great fit for him. People have criticized Trae about his defense. Oh, he doesn't play defense, this, that, and the other. But when you think about this team having the best shot blocker in the league, having exceptional wing defenders. Think about having him surrounded with exceptional defenders and one of the best rim protectors. So when you think about that on the defensive side, he's going to be just fine. Offensively is where it really gets good for him. And the 10 assists of everything that stands out to me with his stat sheet, 25 points per game, 10 assists, that 10 assists is what really stands out to me. And that, to me, in addition to his ability to be a big-time shot maker, in addition to being able to make other guys better, that's what I think is going to be really the point that makes this team
to your point,
turn around.
As GM Will Dawkins said, he plays an exciting brand of basketball. We're looking forward to seeing that manifest itself inside COA. Taking a look at clutch points. So what that basically means is 5-point difference under 5 minutes. Who's got the ball in their hand? Well, look, since 2018, Trae Young's right there second on the list with some exceptional names also included on there. Here's where I'm going with this, guys. The fact that two things that GM Will Dawkins said that really stood out to me regarding the fact that he can perform like this. He's going to amplify the young talent, current and future, and he aligns with what the Wizards are trying to do. So what I'm bringing this up is to remind everybody who sat through the 23-24 season, the 24-25 season, and now 5 and 6. This is on schedule. This was a tremendous opportunity. As Will Dawkins said, it was an easy decision to bring him in. Yes, it was serendipitous that he was available, but when you have a guy like that and you have that type of familiarity, why not? Why not, John? When you know a guy, when you know a guy, why not?
Well, I think you have to. He's already proven. I'm an all-star, all-NBA player in this league. I almost lead the league in assists every year I'm playing when I'm healthy. But the one thing I think a lot of people don't give him credit for, he's going to put him in a bonus a lot. He gets to the free throw line. He's a guy that has a knack to get fouls, and that's going to help a lot of young guys. But I think just his playmaking ability, the way he can shoot the ball from so deep, and you got to go over screens. There's no going under. There's no blitzing him. He's seen every coverage he needs. And I think all those young guys should sit back and watch and talk to them and ask him a lot of questions because he can help them grow faster than what they probably think.
It was a true compliment that he gave the young guys about their ability to learn fast. Remember, they've had to learn under Jordan, who's here tonight. They learned under Kyle. They learned under Malcolm. They learned under CJ. Like, there's a lot of
They got some vets that came through.
Right. I'm like, hey, man, like, this is like the university around this thing. But we've heard our opinions on it. How about Brian Keefe, the head coach of the Wizards, his thoughts on the acquisition of Trae Young?
Yeah, obviously it's a really exciting time for our organization. It's someone who's going to enhance our team and enhance the growth of our players, and specifically our young players. We're getting an elite playmaker, a guy who's led the league in assists. I think he's right up in averages with some of the legends of the game, which is pretty impressive. And just someone who's going to enhance, the ability for us to drive efficient offenses. This guy drives efficient offenses with the way he plays. Hitting the roll, spraying out for shooters. We got not a lot more shooters on our roster now. It's going to enhance our young players' capabilities, specifically Alex, and then, hitting him on the roll, looking for him at the rim. It's just a guy who's an elite playmaker that I think is in the next stage of a development of our organization. It's a great timing.